Your life is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. If you want to make a difference, it's essential to create your own path driven by passion for success. That's what our guest on today's Inspiration segment has always lived by. Let's hear another inspiring story. Success comes to those who believe in never giving up. Sophie Toh, the founder of Toh PR, also always believed in pursuing her dreams with grit and determination. Today, she is one of the most successful and sought-after PR professionals in London and the Middle East, with a client base boasting some high-profile names and major communication campaigns. Sophie, super excited to have you on the Uma Show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. To start with, what did you study that led you to the industry of PR?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't actually study PR. I studied politics, and I think that was the best possible entry into what I do today because it's taught me to be very diplomatic. It's taught me to understand power struggles, but actually I didn't physically study public relations. I learned everything about PR from my internships and from my graduate jobs that I did.
Obviously, you proved yourself and you in the industry.
Yes.
And then you became a very successful PR professional, one to watch out for.
My big learning about my career is that I've done the same job from day one as I do now. So I've been doing my job for 12 years every single day. And I think you can't help but get good at something if you do it every single day.
Easy to start a business, but it's so challenging to sustain it. And you've sustained it and you've organically grown it. What were the challenges that you faced in this journey of growing the company?
There are challenges. I think if there weren't challenges, it wouldn't be any fun, quite honestly. So there have been many, many challenges. I think, what you need to make sure is that you first and foremost have a really good team about you because there are only so many hours in a day that you can physically do tasks. And I think one of the biggest challenges was learning to find people that were better than me at doing specific tasks and trusting them with your business. And I think once you kind of get around the mentality of you will only grow with people around you, that's when it becomes a bit easier.
It's interesting you say that because it's so important to delegate. And a lot of times I've seen with women entrepreneurs, it's very difficult for them to delegate. They want to be a part of everything.
Yeah, and I think that can be a big downfall. I think it's natural that women want to be perfectionists. I think if you've built something, you're so invested in it, it's normal that you want to ensure its success. But it's almost saying, well, actually, I'm going to really trust these people, and if I bring them in for a reason, I'm going to let them do their jobs.
As an entrepreneur, I know in the journey we make many blunders and we also do certain things very, very well. What are you most proud of, and what are the things that you think now that you shouldn't have done?
Shall I start with the blunders?
Yes, sure.
Because there have been many. I think it's important if you make a mistake just to know that you make a mistake and learn from it, first and foremost. I think my main mistakes that I've made, and I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, my main mistakes have been made when I have been acting out of fear and being scared about something. So it's when I've been scared about having to invest in a certain thing, I think that's when I've messed up.
That's profound, yeah.
Many proud moments. Many proud moments, but I think really, for me, winning Ferrari as an account was just everything.
Yeah,
really.
It's quite a milestone.
It was. And driving, when you drive the cars, when you turn on the engine and you hear that engine, you're like, that's not bad. There
are so many PR agencies in this city. The competition is tough. Innumerable agencies. How do you keep yourself up there, and what are the qualities that as an agency you need to have to stand out?
I think you have to have a very strong sense of what makes you good and what you're good at. I think you have to have a real story around the company, and I think your employees and your team have to understand what that story is and communicate it. So when someone says, oh, we met Toh PR, that is the agency that does X, Y, Z, that's going to stand out more than just an agency that doesn't have a story and, is just kind of a kind of collection of different people. So I think what I try and do is be the kind of driver of my company, but make sure that everyone in the company understands what we're about, which is about female forward, entrepreneurial, energetic, really proud of the clients that we work for. And I think you've got to keep that in your company, otherwise you lose a little bit of your value.
One advice that you would like to give women who are watching it right now, and generally, everyone, men and women, who are just trying to do something that they believe in, but they don't have the confidence for.
I think you need to find that confidence, and that confidence doesn't have to be your confidence. That can be someone that believes in you. So actually, I think if you really want to do something extraordinary, you have to find a mentor, or you have to find a co-worker, or you have to find a family member who can give you that confidence.
On a daily basis, what are your moments where you go like, life is good?
Life is good. I tell you, my favorite part of the week is waking up on a Friday morning and going to do exercise and just driving down the road, seeing the Dubai skyline, listening to the radio. Life is good.
Life is good.
Friday morning.
Thank
Life
you
goes on,
so much. I think it was amazing. I'm sure I learned so much from the interview.
Pleasure.
Just meeting you, and I'm sure my viewers learned too. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Pleasure.